Good afternoon. My name is Viviana, and I've been on social media these past few days, watching, listening, reading, seeing everyone's reactions to the murder of George Floyd. And responding, trying to convince people that murder is worse than looting or rioting, as they call it. And I got tired. I got tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again. Black on black crime is not real. It's not. Why are you more mad that merchandise is being destroyed than you are over a life being lost? All lives do matter. No one is saying that. But Black lives matter. And it gets to a point where I'm copying and pasting the same arguments because people are saying the same things, and I've had enough. Like the late Dr. Martin Luther King said, riots are the voices of the unheard. Oh, riots aren't the way to go. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Because when we kneel during the national anthem, we're disrespectful. That's wrong. We lose our jobs. You boycott Nike because they support someone who was peacefully protesting. We march. We walk out. We're wrong. We're crybabies. We're snowflakes. Get over it. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing people tell us how to protest. Because there is a war on Black lives. You don't have to believe it because it's there. So you can say, oh, that's not true. That's not real. But guess what? It is. I genuinely am in pain, and it hurts my heart. If you watched the video, which was very hard to stomach, and you heard Mr. Floyd beg for his life, beg for it, please. I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe. If that did not anger you, if you do not understand why people are rioting when you heard a man beg for his life, and he's not the first man to beg for his life. In 2014, Michael Brown begged for his life the same way George Floyd begged for his life. The same way. Please, I can't breathe. And so many others. If I told the story of every Black man, woman, and child whose lives were taken, unarmed men, women, and children shot by the police, by the people who are supposed to protect us, to protect and serve, to serve and protect. I would be here forever because it happens every day. It happens all the time. And we're tired. We're tired of asking nicely, oh, please stop killing us. Please give us a chance. And I'm gonna address the black on black crime because it seems to be y'all's favorite argument. Black on black crime is not real. It is a term that was coined to demonize the black community. So crime is about proximity. If a white man lived in a white neighborhood surrounded by white people, he's more likely to commit a crime against those other white people. So that works for every race. Hispanics are going to commit crimes against other Hispanics if they live around Hispanics. Black people are going to commit crimes against black people because they live around black people, and so on and so forth. But when a white man kills another white man, it's not, oh, that's white on white crime. Oh, why are white people killing each other in the streets and complaining when cops kill them? No, because it's crime. It's wrong. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, how you look, like where you live. Crime is crime. So to sit here and say, oh, but black people are killing each other, so are white people, so are Hispanics, so are Asians. It's not a black problem. Crime is not a black problem. Let's get that straight. Everyone commits crimes. Everyone kills, murders, rapes. It doesn't matter. Crime does not have a color. But when white cops are targeting, and it's not just white cops, let's get that straight, because people of color, Hispanic cops, Asian cops, other cops of color also kill unarmed black men. Because the institution of the police is an inherently racist system. So, where am I going with this? The police, you can't have good cops. You can't. I'm sorry, if your mom was a cop, your dad, whoever, you can't have a good cop. Because most of the time when cops do try to stick up for the rights of the people, the ones they're supposed to protect, they're blackballed, they're fired, they're put on leave, they're switched somewhere else. I watched a video of a white cop in New York in tears. And a black lady's telling him, we see you. We see that you're not like them. We see that you're a good man. And he was removed from his post and replaced with someone wielding a baton. It's not that we don't know that there are good people who are cops. It's not that we think that all cops are evil. But the system itself does not allow good cops to be good cops. For them to be good people. It doesn't allow them to. So I don't want to hear, oh, but what about the good cops? Because they are pushed down just like we are. In all this madness, I will not condemn the people who are revolting. Because that's what it is. It's a revolution. People are tired. They're done. They're tired of walking in the streets and being afraid for their lives. Of not being able to go for a jog or drive to work or not turning on their hand signal, playing with fake guns. Going to the store to buy Skittles and in Arizona. And if you put yourself in the shoes of Black people, if you think, what if you were scared that your Black son, your Black daughter was gonna go out and be killed by a police officer for speeding, for not turning on her turn signal, for having to take your child's innocence at a young age to explain to them you cannot act any way around the cops. You have to be quiet and listen and do everything they tell you to do, because they might take your life. Like they took Tamir Rice's life. My soul cries out for innocence broken. My soul cries out for the Black men and women who fear for their lives every day for being Black. That's it. That's their crime, is being Black. Getting the cops called on you for sitting in a Starbucks, for sleeping in your dorm, for asking someone to put their dog on a leash, weaponizing your whiteness. Because what? I genuinely hope that something is done, that reform comes. But until then, I understand and I support the people who are revolting and uprising in the streets. Because at the end of the day, merchandise can be replaced. All these stores are insured, but you can't bring them back. You can't bring back George Floyd, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery. You can't bring them back. And so many more. You know, we're profiled every day, you know, by not just white cops. I'm gonna specify this again, because I've had Hispanic people, you know, try to argue with me that, well, Hispanics are targeted as well. Okay, that may be true. Sure. And you know, we want police brutality to end against every race, not just Black people, white people, Asians. We don't want anyone dying at the hands of the police that shouldn't die. People who are unarmed. But all color cops are killing unarmed Black men. As an Afro-Latina woman, I myself have experienced racism from my own people. You know, I've heard things that should have destroyed my self-esteem. Stay out of the sun. Because you're gonna get too dark. Oh, don't marry a Black man because you're gonna make the race, you're gonna taint the race. And oh, they're Black but they have my blood. You know, so I don't want Hispanics to sit here and try to say that Hispanics are not racist, because we are. not me, but Hispanics are racist for the most part. And if you're Hispanic and you're not racist, congratulations. I don't want to hear it. Most Hispanics are racist or colorist. There are sayings in Puerto Rico, oh, you're dumb and you're black. Or not only are you dumb, but you're black too. You know? So I don't want to hear, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, my family comes in all colors. Because that racism is still embedded into your society. Your blackness is still weaponized, demonized. I would like to say, I love all people. I don't like racist. Racist. Because I know that racists come in every color. But people of color try to make themselves one with black people and make black struggles their own, when people of color also discriminate against black people. We are all victims of the same system, and yet black people are still victims of the same people who experience racism, who experience poverty due to the system, who experience police brutality because of the system, and still black people are demonized by the same people who go through the same things. In one of my classes called The Politics of Violence, I learned that it's only called a riot because the winners are telling the story. Had we not won the Revolutionary War, it would have been known as the Colonist Rebellion or something along those lines. It wouldn't have been a war. It wouldn't have been the Revolutionary War. The Boston Tea Party would not have been as monumental as it was had we lost. So, verbiage matters. They're not riots. They're uprisings. They're revolts against the system that is built against us. You know, people try to say Martin Luther King protested peacefully. But guess what? He was still met with hoses and dogs. They were still beat. It doesn't matter if you're peaceful. They don't want you to stand up at all. That's what you have to understand. It's not about peacefully protesting, because they still get angry. They still hit you. They still fire you for peacefully protesting. No, they want you to shut up, sit back, and take it. And we're not taking it anymore. I stand with the city of Minneapolis. I stand with the family of George Floyd, and I stand with Black Lives Matter.